In 2000, Intel was worth $500 billion, the most valuable chip maker on Earth. By 2024, it had lost over $100 billion in value in a single year. Not a crash, a slow leak, the kind nobody notices until the tank is empty. And you know what? They weren't wrong to feel safe. Technically, for 30 years, Intel didn't have competitors. It had customers waiting in line. Every PC, every server, Intel inside wasn't a slogan. It was a fact of life. The fabs ran non-stop. Margins stayed fat. Engineers were gods. In 2006, Intel was handed the deal of the century. Apple needed a chip for a new device, a phone. Intel said no. The margins looked too thin. That phone became the iPhone. The chip went to ARM instead. Here's what Intel completely missed. Mobile wasn't a side market. It was the future market. By 2010, the world had shifted to phones. Intel still made desktop kings, ruling a kingdom that was shrinking. Then came the real wound, self-inflicted, slow, and almost invisible at first. Intel's 10nm chip was supposed to ship in 2015. It shipped in 2019, 4 years late. For years where Intel didn't just stall, it stood still while the world ran. Meanwhile, a company most people had never heard of, Taiwan Semiconductor, kept building, quietly, relentlessly. No flashy decks, just execution. TSMC didn't design chips. It just made everyone else's better than Intel made its own. By 2020, Apple dropped Intel chips from its Macs entirely. The partner who said yes had become the better bet than the empire that said no. AMD, left for dead a decade earlier, came back with chips that simply outperformed Intel's. Generation after generation, the pattern was always the same. Intel hesitated. The world didn't wait. In 2021, a new CEO arrived promising a comeback. Pat Gelsinger called it 5 nodes in 4 years. Ambitious, almost desperate. Billions poured into new fabs. Ohio, Arizona, Germany, a bet the size of a small nation's GDP. But building factories takes years. Losing trust takes one earnings call. In 2024, Intel posted a $19 billion annual loss, its worst in company history. The stock fell to levels not seen since the 1990s. The giant that built the modern world was suddenly worth less than chip designers with no factories of their own. Nvidia, a company Intel once dismissed as a graphics card maker, became worth more than Intel 10 times over. Here's the quiet irony nobody says out loud. Intel didn't lose to one rival. It lost to every decision it didn't make. The mobile chip it refused, the node it delayed, the culture that rewarded comfort over speed. Intel still exists, still ships chips, still employs thousands, but the empire that once made the rules now negotiates for relevance. The throne is still there, just emptier than anyone in 2000 could have imagined. Not gone, not yet, but fading, like it's already half forgotten.